Good day everyone, I'm the Hannibal, your host. Welcome to the channel. In this video I bring you the most recent gaming news around all platforms. Today we have 4 interesting news, from Callisto Protocol cancel in Japan to game updates about Sommerville and Stray Blade. All of this in today's episodes, so let's get started. Great news to PlayStation fans. London studio creators of Blood and Truth and many other VR adventures are working on a title built specially for the PS5. Although most of their games have been developed for VR, this new game will leave that format to create a fantasy online combat experience. Yesterday they announced an untitled game online co-op experience. Though the studio has continued to push VR on the PlayStation scene, this time the studio looks for a new type of challenge. The studio states, "With this project, we really wanted to explore some new avenues and set ourselves some new challenges. We definitely wanted to try something a little bit different, and I think this new project really channels our brave value and allow us to push ourselves on the curious front too. It's an exciting adventure, it really is." It's too soon to give more details about the game. At the time of this recording, only a picture of the concept art has been revealed, and it looks interesting with its colors and characters. Tara Sounder, co-studio head, shared to Games Industry Biz. In our concept art, you are seeing a take on a modern fantasy London. Our overarching theme is about bringing fantastical and magical elements and intersecting that with familiar worlds, and you don't get much more familiar to us than London. There is a possibility of the game trying to target live service as their platform, something that Sony has been trying to push, especially after they joined forces with Bungie, owners of the Destiny franchise. Maybe this could be a continuation, or it could be very well its own separate online project. Either way, I hope the best comes out from the studio on this game, and that in a future developing more information, we can reveal it through the channel. It's been quite some time since the last update about Sommerville, first shown during Xbox Game Showcase back in 2021. It is finally time for developer Jumpship to announce the premiere date for the game. The game launches on Game Pass PC and console on November 15. The reveal came in a short-minute trailer that showed the date alongside the title of the game. Should we consider playing this game in November? Well, it's one of those mysterious games that stays quiet while in development. Even after revealing their first trailer where it showed some pieces of gameplay and possible story, afterwards multiple teasers were uploaded on their YouTube channel. It still manages to keep pretty much 90% of the game a secret. It is mostly the atmosphere, art style, and setting that carries a voice of potential for the game. What can be shared is from the game's description available on Steam. In the wake of catastrophe, you must find the means to make your family whole again. Sommerville is a sci-fi adventure grounded in the intimate repercussions of a large-scale conflict. Immerse yourself in a handcrafted narrative experience set across a vivid rural landscape. Navigate your way through the perilous terrain ahead of you to unravel the mysteries of Earth's visitors. From previous trailers, the game showed that it carries a look similar to games like Limbo and Inside, and it's natural to do so since the game is created by one of ex-CEOs and co-founders of Play Dead, Dino Patti. The game reminds me to the movie War of the Worlds, where our characters face an invasion from creatures out of the planet. It also looks like the character will be has the task of protecting or finding his family. So, just to add closing thoughts about the game, indie games tend to carry tons of love and craft. Sommerville shows it could be a good short adventure with an interesting story. It is worth checking it out, especially if you are subscribed to Game Pass, because as an update to the story, just as the day as this was edited, finally Game Pass has shown for the first wave order of their game subscription, it will be appearing on the platform. So go ahead and give it a try. On to the next piece of news, we continue to talk about game updates, this time for the game Stray Blade. It was first revealed back in May by developer Point Blank Games. Just a quick recap in case you haven't heard about it, the game is an action RPG with the intention of transforming the player into a master of intense swords combat. According to the Steam description, embark on an unforgettable journey and discover the story of Akria and its ancient legacy. Discover the whole history that turned the peaceful valley into a place of war and death. Use this knowledge to destroy the relics of the past and restore peace in a war-torn valley. The game will have mechanics evolving around combat where our character can progress through a skill tree. However, combat will have deeper consequences since with each fight, this will leave a mark to the world as it's an ever-changing journey. In the trailer revealed a few days ago, and a reason for this segment, the video showed that the game will take a path of a Souls-like vibe, as the combat is intense and has many one-on-one boss fights encounters. Although the game has a different art style to many Souls-like games, the combat does appear to be influenced by the genre. The trailer also shows more of the story where our character is exploring the land and as he dies becomes bound to it. Now our task will be to escape with the help of our companion Boji, a little wolf that will help us with crafting as we go through our journey. The game is set to release in 2023, however recently the developers announced on the game's Twitter that the game will be released this year, although while checking the Steam page it appears that it's still a 2023 release. One could think that it's a bit worrisome since there hasn't been any type of updates since then, but it's possible that information could be coming around the corner thanks to the appearance of this new trailer. Once that information is announced, be sure it will be covered on the channel. So, Stray Blade is said to be available on next-gen consoles and PC on the near future. Lastly, if there's a game with as much hype as God of War Ragnarok, it has to be Callisto Protocol. This game is set to continue the brutality and storytelling, but not the story, from Dead Space. So far, what has been shown seems to be just the thing to satisfy fans of both horror games and Dead Space enthusiasts. All of this thanks to the developers and creators of the game, as they have taken the attention to detail to a level where it has been revealed that there is an achievement or trophy for experiencing every way you can possibly die on the game, that according to developers is quite hard to do. Now, unfortunately for fans in Japan, it seems they might not be able to experience this game. The main reason, because of its violence. Many games on the past have been edited for excessive violence, however, this time it is impossible for the developers to censor the game to the point it can receive the rating necessary to become available on the country. As they stated on the Japanese Twitter account, we decided to discontinue the Japanese version of the Callisto Protocol. We have determined that the game cannot pass a 0 rating in its current state, and that changing the content will not provide the experience that players expect. We would appreciate your understanding in Japan. Since the statement of the studio they started to refund money to every customer that pre-ordered it in Japan. It is a tragic situation for Japanese fans, as this game is the brainchild of Dead Space creator Schofield, former Sledgehammer Games and Visceral Games boss, so you can expect the game to be what has been always ambition and what may be back when Dead Space was created, something that couldn't be achieved. But that's it, although ending on a sad note. Those are the news of this video. If you like the information, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to stay informed about the gaming world. If you saw till the end of the video, leave a comment with your favorite news. With this, have a wonderful day and see ya until the next one.